Good morning, everybody. Sorry I'm late. I'm having technology issues this morning. My live stream failed and I'm unable to turn the camera to landscape mode. For some reason I cannot figure it out. It's just stuck on portrait, which is a total pain. I know I had people there on the live stream and I know that I've lost you. I'm going to soldier on and hopefully some of you find your way back to me in this less than ideal orientation. All right, I'm just going to soldier on, and if anyone turns up, good morning. If anyone turns up, that's great. If not, well, hi Sarah, hi Catherine, good morning. So here we are, we're here at South Curl Beach. It's about 15 minutes before sunrise. Let's turn the camera around. And once again, I apologize that, Dawn, I started the stream and it wouldn't rotate into landscape mode, and we're stuck here. So I'm having all the technology issues this morning, so it's less than ideal. I'm really sorry, I apologize, but we are stuck in portrait mode this morning. Hi Matthew, hi Sarah. It's still going to be gorgeous. We're still going to go for this walk. We're going to soldier on and persevere, and it's going to be beautiful, but unfortunately we're stuck in portrait, so that's the way that it is. All right, so good morning from South Curl. This is the rock pool. We're starting at this rock pool. We're going to walk around the cliffs and we're going to end up at Freshwater Rock Pool. So we see two beautiful Australian Sydney rock pools today, and already we've got the gorgeous waves breaking over the rocks in this direction. Sunrise obviously is going to be over here, and it's a perfectly clear sky this morning, so it's going to be quite lovely, I think. And then if I zoom out again, let's have a look at the beach itself. All right, let's just persevere and we'll see what it looks like in portrait mode. Not the way that I'd love it to be, but nevertheless, it's still going to be a gorgeous morning. And that's South Curl Surf Club over there. And then over here, if I keep rotating, we come to South Curl Swimming Club on this side over here. Alrighty. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk up over that headland there along a boardwalk, and I feel really weird having it orientated in landscape, but anyway, let's see how we go. And before we begin, I'd like to first of all acknowledge that we're here today on the traditional lands of the Gadigal people and pay my respects to their elders, past, present and emerging. Alrighties, and thank you everybody for persevering with me and staying with me this morning. Let's see how this all pans out. Okay, so off we go. And we're doing it direct from YouTube because I couldn't get the Streamlabs to work this morning. So anyway, we will still do the very best that we can. And let's just, before I head up to the headland, let's have a look at some of the beautiful rock formations as well. And you'll notice here that this pool is quite different to some of the others that we've seen. This one has a ramp that leads into the water, and then there's another ramp over the other side which exits over on the far side there, and then we have the lanes over here on our left, and we've got the lovely reflections and the ripples out across the pool, the surface of the water. It's a beautiful morning, Dawn. It's going to be quite hot today. We're looking at 31 degrees here on the coast, which means out to the west of Sydney it will be a lot hotter than that. And over here we've got a sign saying that it's going to be closed 6 p.m. Sunday until Monday for cleaning. So they do that every week. The council empties the pool, flushes it and refills it with seawater, and that happens at almost every pool in the Northern Beaches area. So we're going to walk up this ramp here and then up to the headland, And I'm not sure if it's still going to be visible or it's already set, but there was a full moon setting over the top of that hill. So we'll see if it's still there when we get up to the path. And when we get up to the top, we'll actually see once again out over the water. Dawn says, don't think I'd try whizzing down that ramp in my chair. Is it waterproof? That's the main thing. If it's waterproof, you're all good. I'm sure you could hold the brake on it. Okay, so lovely sky over here this morning. Sunrise is in about 10 minutes from now. And sorry, 5:44. Yeah, okay, so it's in about 5 minutes from now. And we're starting to see the sky colouring up beautifully. So here's the pool from the top. There we go. And then out towards the horizon, we're starting to see some lovely glowing colour coming through in that direction. And the sound of the sea, as always, just a really lovely melodic sound. We've got a couple of people over here positioned themselves perfectly to watch the sun rising. And we're going to be following this gorgeous sky for the entire length of the walk. Not much cloud today, just a tiny little bit right on the horizon. A little bit of sea mist, which is giving the opportunity for some nice crystal reflection. Hi Mariana, hi Jay. It is pretty beautiful, isn't it? So let's zoom in once again before we start walking. It's just starting to get this lovely glow. And then down here we've got the rock shelf. We won't go down there, but we'll be able to look down onto it. Ooh. It's a whole tribe of them, look. We won't be doing that either. Okay, I don't know how this is going to work. Hi Joanne, good morning. Let's see if I can get down low with the reflection in the foreground. Yeah. And people out here already fishing off the rock shelf. Lots of joggers on the path. I don't consider that to be a very safe place to be where that fellow is right now. No, I don't feel good about where that fellow is at all. All right, let's have a look over here. So we're 2 minutes away from the sun actually cresting the horizon, so I'll actually stay, just very slowly walk along this little section here. We'll keep that in view until it comes over the horizon. Be ready to call 000. It really is. That's serious where he's standing right now. I'm not very happy about it. I don't want to be part of a news story. Sorry, what did you say?
I think he might have a life jacket.
Richard's just
He's got the orange.
trying to work out whether he's wearing a life jacket or not. A life vest. All right. He could get thrown on rocks. Yeah, there are drownings off these rock shelves. It's a very dangerous thing to do, to be out there fishing without any kind of life jacket at the very bare minimum. All right, we're mere seconds away from the sun coming up over the horizon. And then once it does, we'll head out along this boardwalk. Oh, here it comes, everyone.
It comes quick.
Yeah, it does, it comes really quick. I agree, Sarah. Yeah, I totally agree. All right, here's the sun coming up now. We'll give it a few more seconds and then we'll start our walk. Hi, Ronnie Lynn. Lovely to see you. And I'll just slowly start to zoom out. And let's just, before we start walking along the boardwalk, let's slowly look back towards Curl Beach. We finished our walk the other day over at that headland there. That's where that rock pool was. I wish I had landscape orientation so I could catch these waves. But anyway, it is what it is. There's the sun coming up, and here's the rock shelf over to our right. Okay, don't be alarmed, everybody. We saw him walk away, not get washed into the sea. We did actually see him walk off.
Did you?
Yeah, I saw him walk in that direction. Plus, there was another guy down there, so I'm sure if something had happened, we'd be...
Who's that guy?
We're just pointing out to sea going, who's that guy then? All right, so let's start walking along this boardwalk. And do we know anything about the boardwalk? Just having a look here. I think it might say something here. It's dedicated to this fellow. When was it built? I'm not sure. Anyway, Harry Eliff was a familiar face to regular walkers along the South Curl boardwalk. And he passed away in 2020. So the boardwalk's dedicated to him. So once again, good morning everybody. Welcome to Curl and the Curl Boardwalk. There he is, he's back. He must have gone to get his Santa's elves. The moon's gone, hasn't it? It's already gone down over the horizon. Yeah, there's a seat here that's been dressed up for Christmas up there. And then that house, here we go, look at him. There's Santa with a surfboard up there. And listen to the sea behind us. I'm so sorry I've got the phone in portrait orientation. It's really disappointing. All right, let's try and see if we can catch at least one of these waves breaking over the rocks. Oh. Is another one coming? Not as big. No. We'd need to wait for the next set. All right, so we're starting to see the glow on the surface of the water here, which is really pretty. Oh, fantastic.
He lost you.
I'm not sure if I can get down low enough to try and get a reflection here, but we can try. All you can hear is the creaking of my knees, and I didn't succeed in getting down all the way. All right, so it's the 28th of December. Just gone. What time is it now? 5:50 it is here in Australia. The temperature here today, it's going to get up to 31 degrees here at the coast. And we're in a place called Kurko, heading towards Freshwater. So we're walking in a southerly direction. It is lovely, isn't it, Dawn? And we're going to finish up at a headland which is acknowledged as the birthplace of surfing in Australia. So I'll tell you more about that when we get there. We've had a bit of rain the last few days, so that's why these pools up here have filled in on the cliffs above the sea. But just here, look at the reflection on the rock shelf now. It's very pretty. And out there on the rock shelf we've got 3 or 4 fishermen. I still don't like where they are, but at least they've got more than one of them, so they can kind of look out for each other, I suppose. And here's the boardwalk that we're walking along, which I think just gives some really interesting angles. You know, the glow of the sun on the red setter, is it? Is it a red setter? I think it is. A long-haired something or other. Just letting some people pass. All right, so it's a very popular walk here along this stretch, as you can see. Walkers, runners, dog walkers. And what a beautiful morning to do it as well. So this section forms part of the full coastal walk, which goes from Manly right along the coast up to Palm Beach. I'm pretty sure you can do it in a complete length, and I've only tried bits of it. There we go. I'm going to try and get the sun out of the image and just show you the glow, because it's so lovely at the moment. There we go. And it's also a perfect place to contemplate and meditate, if that's how you're inclined. I confess I'm not a meditator. I prefer to be moving and walking and enjoying nature rather than sitting still. But we all find our own relaxation in different ways. Hi Mary Lou, lovely to see you. So this is again is looking back towards Coco Beach. And that glow on the sea is really starting to get bright now. And if you look closely, I don't know, they're just probably just dots at the moment, but in the distance there we can see people standing out on the rocks, and even another person fishing over there off another rock shelf. How was yours, Mary Lou? We've got some clouds getting reflected here. Let's have a look. I think we can get a nice shot of the cloud. There you go. Yours was great. Lots of family gathering around. That's pretty perfect, isn't it? I'm just going to lean out over the railing here so that you can experience the sea washing up against the rocks. It's beautiful sound, isn't it, Mary Lou? It's very, very soothing, very calming. And there's another cloud reflection for anyone who loves those reflection shots. Just moving aside for... Oh, is he on his own? Oh no, he's got company. More waves breaking. It's a very slow walk when you stop and take in the waves breaking over the rocks. Dawn says, I often put a beach video onto my TV when trying to drop off. And that makes so much sense, Dawn. It makes so much sense. Here we go. Another cloud reflection. There we go. With the sound of the sea in the background. So some of these people have actually walked, we're not going to do this, they've actually walked out, gotten off the path here, walked out across that rocky bit there, that narrow crevasse, out to the point out there, and that's just a little bit too risky for me. Not sure why I never thought of that. Jay, it's a great idea. I'm discovering lots of things on YouTube. I found 3 hours of some kind of soothing sound video there the other day. That's an interesting shot. And we came across YouTube for cats just recently. That's entertaining. I think it was 8 hours of mice playing, which just you can imagine the cats and the TV. So what we have growing by the side of the path here is wild native spinach, which is otherwise known as warrigal greens. It's quite a healthy bunch as well. You could definitely do some foraging here. Okay, so we're just going to walk up to the road and then around to the park where there's a statue to the person who introduced surfing to Australia. And since then, it's an institution. Yeah, off to my right here is a big club, and there's, No, we'll go that way. So there's some accommodation attached, and it's called Hardboard Diggers Club. And it has a fantastic position overlooking the ocean, bars and restaurants and what have you. Ronnie Lynn says thunderstorm sounds are great too on YouTube. Yeah, absolutely. We had a big thunderstorm here yesterday, came through. That's where all the water lying on the rocks is from. And Dawn says there are some YouTube channels exclusively for people trying to sleep, extended for up to 11 hours. So a full night, rain, breeze, sea, countryside. Yeah, they all sound amazing. Probably don't do your electricity bill a lot of good though. Or your data. Okay, so I'm just looking for the spot where we go up to the park. It's a little detour and then we return to the trail to head down to Freshwater Beach. You have one of those soothing sound machines by your bedside. I used to go to sleep to, what's it called? Insight Timer, listening to meditations. With varying success. All right, so we're just taking a little detour. There's the sunrise now. That's what it looks like now. Let's just zoom in briefly for you. Oh, true. Yeah, that's true, Jay. There's a fishing boat, I think, out there, a little motorboat of some sort. And then we're just going to go up round the corner here. Sorry, I was zoomed in. Up around the corner here, up to this little park on my right. And that's where the statue and the little park dedicated to surfing is. Let's just have a little look there. And then head down to Freshwater Beach. From here we start to see Manly in the distance. We'll get a better look of that when we get down in that direction. But just round this bend here, okay, so there's a big rock here. You can just see the back of his head from there. We're just going to go just around the corner a little bit. We'll go up and see the Duke. So there used to be a path in that direction, but they might have had some dangerous rocks But they've closed that, and now the way into the park is over here. Beautiful morning. Joanne says, I listen to podcasts. Listening to someone talking helps me get to sleep. Yeah, probably something like someone reading an audiobook or something would put me to sleep. Okay, so here we have a little park dedicated to surfing, and we have all these rocks with mosaics of Australian world champions. So this one has Barton Lynch. You can see the mosaic there. And then over here we have Stuart Entwistle. If under 1,000 subscribers are not using streaming platform, YouTube restricts to horizontal view only. I've been using Streamlabs, but I couldn't get it to go horizontal. I normally do. It normally goes horizontal. So what are you seeing this in now? Wendy Botha. I'm going to have to play this back and see what you're actually seeing. I'm really so sorry and disappointed that I wasn't able to deliver this in the orientation it was intended. I'm so close to 400, I'm a long way off 1,000. Here's Pauline Menksa. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I'm in YouTube now because I couldn't get Streamlabs stream to go to landscape, and I've never had a problem before. Today was the first time. Damien Hardman, his wife was in my new mothers group with my firstborn. And he received one of his titles, or received, is that the right word? One of his titles in the year that our children were born. So that was 1993. Although it says here 1987 to 1991, but when I actually looked him up, there was something about 1993.
He's won 2, 87 and 91.
Okay, for some reason I thought it was 93. Okay, we've got that wrong. That's all right.
Well, I can pick off the one. 23.
That's probably not a good idea. And then up here we have Duke Kahanamoku, which is, he was a Hawaiian who brought his longboard, Malibu, big wooden plank he brought to Australia in 1915 and demonstrated. I wish the pigeon would get off his head. Go away. He brought his wooden board plank out here in 1915 and demonstrated surfing to the Australians, and it's been a local institution ever since. Surfing became so popular apparently in the 1950s that the government tried to restrict surfing hours so that you couldn't go surfing in office hours. Here's Pam Burridge, world champion 1990. And then we have a whole lot of them around this circle as well. So what have we got? Amateur champion Kathy Newman over here. I'll just quickly go around them so you can have a look. Kathy Newman. Shane Bevan Jr. champion 1990. So as you can see, we're very proud of our association with surfing. And understandably so, when you've seen all the beaches that we've taken you to, collectively, all the Australian guides. Who's that? Grant Frost? I don't know any of these people. Chad Edzer, don't know him either. But they're very cool mosaics, aren't they? Lynette Mackenzie. It's good to see a good representation of girl and women surfers as well. And we have a local here by the name of Lane Beachley. I don't know if there's a There's still more. If we continue along the path, there's a lot more. Who's that? Connie Nixon. So there's a whole bunch more along that trail. I don't think we'll do all of them, but this one's quite interesting. Oh, Midget Farrelly. Yeah, he was famous in the 1960s. And as you can see, the trail continues all the way along here with lots more of these mosaics. Phyllis O'Donnell, that's another name I don't know, but Phyllis in 1964. That must have been something, a girl surfing in 1964. Just do one more and then we'll head back. Oh yes, Nat Young. I think he still lives up on the north coast of New South Wales. Who else? No, that's okay. There's a lot more. There's a lot more along this path, but I think we might head down to the pool. What's this one? I don't know any of these. Peter Townend. They're all very cool mosaics though, aren't they? Okay, my cord's getting caught up in my camera. So there's, that pigeon's still there. Can you go and find somewhere else to sit? Come on, off you toddle. And then in the centre of this park, I guess you call it, is a big tribute to Duke Kahanamoku himself. So let's go and have a look at that. Now, I don't know how I'm going to get all of this into frame. Let's try. We'll see how we go. We might just have to look at it in parts. He's enjoying the sunrise too. You're quite right, Dawn. Okay, and this says Duke Kahanamoku, 1890 to 1968. That's obviously his dates of birth and death. And I'm not sure what all this teeny tiny little writing is. It's just too small, but if you want to... Bird's eye view. Yeah, exactly. All right, so this is the tribute, the dedication to the king of surfing. And it says here that on the 5th anniversary of the Surfrider Foundation in Australia, our Premier opened the Surfrider Foundation National Office at Freshwater Beach, which is the birthplace of surfing in Australia. Yes, the white horse is leading the waves. That's right. Sorry?
He was Olympic swimming champion.
Olympic swimming champion, was he? When was that?
A couple of years before Johnny Weissmuller.
Okay, so Rich is just saying that a couple of years before Johnny Weissmuller was champion Olympic swimmer, Duke Kahanamoku was an Olympic champion.
He was mates with Johnny Weissmuller.
So that's all interesting. Okay, let's go down to Freshwater Pool.
Pigeon's still there.
Yeah, I know. The pigeon's still there, enjoying the sunrise, warming up his feathers. Let's have one last close-up of the Duke on his board. Yeah, Tarzan, that's right, Dawn. Exactly. All right, so we're going to head back down along this little path here, back towards the trail that we came in on. And we'll head down to Freshwater Pool. So it's a pool-to-pool walk today. 2 ocean pools on this walk.
Pool's empty.
All right. So, any plans for New Year's Eve, guys? Got anything sorted? Anything planned? I have to say, we're homebodies these days. I can't deal with the idea of getting out there with all those crowds. It would be lovely to see the fireworks in Sydney, but it's just too difficult. It's too hard. You have to be really dedicated to do that. I can't imagine taking children in there, but lots of people do. You really need to get there in place, in position by about midday to have a hope of claiming a spot. You've got a signed photo of Johnny Weissmuller. Oh, nice, Dawn. Okay, so it looks like they're cleaning Freshwater Pool. That's okay. We can still go down there and have a look at the surf and the swell from down there. My hand's starting to hurt holding this. Let's just swap hands. So the technology is determined to trip me up, isn't it? You'll be in Krakow. Are you going to try and catch up with Tom? Or is it Susanna? They're the only... I think there's 2 guides in Krakow, isn't there? We had an offer to go to a friend's place who lives overlooking the Sydney Harbour, but the difficulty would have been that you can't get anywhere near his place because they block off the roads. You have to walk for miles to get back to your car, or if you do happen to park there, you have to wait till about 1 o'clock in the morning to get your car out. Then it's just going to be a log jam of cars getting out of the area. I just can't do it anymore. So this is a new art installation that's not quite finished yet, but we'll have a quick look at it so you can get an idea of what that's about. And it depicts an aspect of Indigenous culture. Let me see what's... Ronnie says, watching New Year's Eve ball go down in New York City. Oh yeah, okay, in Times Square. And Jay says she'll be doing that too. Dawn says you'll be watching the chimes at Big Ben. Yep. Meeting up with Olga from Odessa sometime. Oh, that'll be nice. All right, so it's still under construction. It was due to be completed in December, but obviously it's just not quite there yet. And you'll have to tell us about it, Joanne. Yeah. Take photos. So it's a public art installation. What does it say about it? It's by Mili Mili, a First Nations-led public art team. Does it tell us anything more about it other than it's a temporary fence? No. Oh yes, it does. There's something over here. Pity that fence is in the way. That's might have been quite a nice shot, but anyway. This is the artist's impression of what the site will look like once it's completed. And presumably they'll have some kind of interpretation of what it all means once it's completed. And this is the famous Freshwater Beach where Duke Kahanamoku first introduced surfing to Australia. So that's where we're heading down to now. 1914? I thought it was 1915.
No, 1450.
Okay, so the summer of course, because it's 1940-50, yeah. Joanne says, I'm in Krakow for a month, so plenty of time to hopefully see everyone. That would be brilliant, Joanne. We'd love to see photos of little meetups. And of course, I'm still, Richard's waving to you. We're doing long shadows. I'm still trying to organise exactly what I might get up to with Susanna. She's not as nimble as she used to be. So we think we're going to meet at a market, probably not the Queen Victoria market, but another market that she loves. And I'm hoping to maybe live stream something of Melbourne before we actually meet up. So what I'd like to do is end the stream meeting her and sit down with a coffee or something with her. Brimey, this is Freshwater Beach over here to the right. We'll see it a bit better in a moment. And then over here behind that headland is Manly Beach, the famous Manly Beach in Sydney. So if I zoom in on that, you can probably see the pine trees, the famous Manly pine trees. And over on the left there is what's known as Fairy Bower and Shelley Beach. And it's a beautiful walk to go around there. You can start at this end at Queen's Cliff, is just tucked in behind that headland. We've done that as a tour in the past. The pool is being cleaned today, so it's been emptied. And then it'll get cleaned and then it'll be refilled with seawater. That'll take the whole day to do that. So basically it's out of action today. Totally understand, Joanne, but be creative. Hide behind a menu or something. I'm the same. I'm really, really dislike being photographed. I hate it. So yeah, there we go. There's Freshwater Beach. There's quite a lot of surfers out there at the moment. Let's see if we can get in closer to them. Oh, you're very welcome, Mary Lou. I'm just sorry that we had to do it in portrait instead of landscape. And obviously I need to go back to my settings and figure out what went wrong. What are we looking at? Ocean swimmers. Yep. Okay, let's go out over here. So it's a concrete bottom pool, this one. It's more of a proper swimming pool. It's got the lanes on the bottom, painted on the bottom, but it still does get filled with seawater. And you can see how clear the water is down here. Those birds that you're hearing, Dawn, are an introduced species. Australians hate them. I'm sorry to say. They're called Indian miners or common miners. But yeah, they do have a lovely song. And I love the colour that the sun's... Look at that. It's almost like a heart shape. Look at that. There we go. Grab that, guys. Look at that. And then over here we have Freshwater Surf Club. And there's a really well-known and very expensive restaurant just over there to its left. It's called Pilu. It's been there for many years. And very expensive, that one. All right, so let's go over here. I was going to get Richard to go in the water over here, but not too sure how safe it is today. He did it the other day. I did share a video, and I can share it again. There's a channel over here that he swam along that channel the other day. He just dived in at the end of these rocks here and swam along this channel. So you can see how clear it is down there. He dived in about here and swam along this channel. Hi Gregory, how you going? Technology is so temperamental. It sure is, Joanne. It's really frustrating. I've just paused talking so you can listen to the sound of the water, which is far more soothing than listening to me. It's really interesting the way the light is shining on the surface of the water over there. I'm trying to figure out if it's a reflection from something or it's just the sun. Yeah. I'll try and share it again, Ronnie Lynn. I'll look it up and share it again. And then over here we have quite an extensive rock platform. So I could actually walk out over here. We'll finish up over here. I'll take you a little way out along this rock platform and then I think we might finish up. So, which way to go? Which way to go? I need to pay attention. I don't have the safest rock clambering shoes on at the moment. You're very welcome, Ronnie Lynn. So I can already see that we've gone way over time. I was only planning to do about 45 minutes here, but as always, I've taken longer than I planned to. That's okay. Here, look at this. Okay, so I've just got the low battery warnings just come up, which is fine. You're welcome, Catherine. And over here, Freshwater Beach in the background. All right, there we go. We finish on our reflections. I'll just turn the camera around quickly to say bye to everybody. All right, so that was the walk from South Coco Beach to Freshwater Beach. Once again, thank you everybody for joining me. I'm glad you found me after that hiccup at the beginning. And look, I've got 20 people watching, so it didn't turn out too bad. You all found me in the end, which is amazing. The next tour I'm doing is actually going to be New Year's Day for us, but it'll still be New Year's Eve where you are. And we're going to go on one of those funny little paddle boats out onto Narrabeen Lake, just for a bit of fun. So Robin says, thank you, Lynn. I got done if the live. Yeah, exactly. You've managed to find us. I know that you sometimes don't always get to my lives because of your working hours and commitments. So welcome. Lovely to see you. All right, so we'll finish there. Here's our shadows once more. Richard waving. And I'll do a quick slow pan just around. Yeah, thanks Gregory. I always keep trying. You can't get rid of me that quick. Gorgeous. There we go. Oh, Robin, I know you turn up to everything I do, but I don't know you don't always manage to get to them live. I appreciate seeing you when you do. Okay, hopefully I'll see you all on New Year's Eve, your time, New Year's Day, my time. See you, everybody. Bye for now. I just got to figure out how to turn this off now. How do I stop it? How do I end it? No, maybe do I just hit that? Maybe I just hit that. Ah, yes, there we go. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? That's a good